Welcome to PM, APM, EA Invoicing Training, SOP 18 Time and Expense. After you finish this training, you'll be able to complete a time and expense invoice for a client. In order to start, you're going to click on your Client Invoices dashboard, scroll all the way to the bottom, and click Preview on the invoice that you would like to preview. Once this has popped up, you're going to start your review process. So you're going to start by reviewing this first invoice and the pre-billing worksheet. This first page, all the way up to when a PM signs for it in the distribution, is what is sent to the client once it's finalized. The second set of pages is your pre-billing worksheet. We talked about this in the % complete training video, but to refresh, our pre-billing worksheet is set up like your project tree. So it's going to start with your overall project name, it's going to start with each phase, and it's going to keep going down from there based on your invoice group. This is going to show all of your billable WIP, any hold WIP, deferred WIP, or written off WIP. From there, there's going to be a phase summary. So at the bottom, the phase summary is going to show you your contract amount, how much you've spent, the percentage you spent versus your contract, how much you've billed for this phase or job, how much that percent is to the contract, what's remaining on your contract, and how much percent that is. It's also going to show you your overall WIP that you have on this worksheet and what is to be billed in this cycle of invoicing. At the very bottom, there's an invoicing spreadsheet that pretty much recaps this information, but for the project as a whole on this invoice group. So, starting to review this, you're going to want to look at this back sheet and make sure that everything that we can bill is set on a billable status. If some of this was on hold, you would want to make sure that that was in your billable status. And then if any of this is out of your invoicing cycle, if say your cutoff date is the 20th of the month, but you have charges here that are on the 26th, they're going to show up down here for next invoicing cycle. But you can preview those if you want to. From the top, you're going to use this information and you're going to make sure it's correct. So you're going to make sure that your hours are correct. You can do this by how much time you think a staff professional worked on your job, you yourself worked on your job, or if you have field employees, you can use your field logs or your daily reports to make sure that these hours are actually correct. The other thing you're going to want to look at is the rates. The rates you're going to be able to find on your contract. Every contract has a set of rates that was sent with the proposal, so you can look at these versus the proposal rates. Your billed amount, you want to make sure this is right and this isn't going like over the contract amount. If it is, then you might need to request a change order from your client. If you have any questions about how to come up with these, you can come speak to accounting, or you can speak to your supervisor or the billing manager of the job. From there, once you have decided all of this is correct, you're going to want to look at a few more things. So you're going to want to look at the client, making sure that it's going to the right location and client, making sure that the work performed through date's there, making sure any PO numbers are there. And the last thing that's super important is to make sure that this distribution is correct. We want to make sure that every invoice we're sending out is going to the person it needs to go to in order to get paid. We do not send our invoices out paper copy mail, so we only send them out electronically. So if this isn't correct, it's not getting to the person that needs it to. So please make sure that this is absolutely correct. Once you have made all your changes or noted your changes, you are going to send these notes to accounting in order for us to get them on the invoice for you. So in order to do that, you're going to click on this box and you're going to hit the stage you want it to go to. So if you look at it, you're going to say, I need some changes on hours and rates. I'm going to send it to ready to accounting to review so accounting can get it. And then you're going to state what you need changed. So I would say something like E30 needs to be changed to 150 and E60 on 108 2020 needs to be changed from 8 hours to 6 hours. You can also just type it in there, or you can click this 3 little box and this note section pulls up, and then you can write as much as you want. Okay? If your changes are too extensive and you want to save this as a PDF file and make your changes in red and email them, you can go ahead and do that. You can just save it as a PDF here, save it wherever you want to, make your changes right on the invoice, and then email it to accounting@gesnevada.com. Once you have made your changes and done this, hit save. If you don't hit save, it will not go to accounting to be reviewed. Accounting will then make all the changes you requested and send it back to you. You will re-review it, make sure all your changes are made, make sure no other changes need to be made, and once you are satisfied with this invoice, you're going to send it to your billing manager. In order to do that, you're going to click here, and you're going to hit Approved with Changes, and then once it pops up, you're going to click Save, and it will go to your billing manager for final review. And that's it.